Oh, man. Wow. What is that?
These are drones.
No, they're not.
They're not stars.
Yeah, they're
Some
not
of them
drones
might
either.
be. Okay. And this is the video.
That's a plane.
It's not a plane.
That's a fucking plane.
That's not a plane,
If I've ever
dude.
seen a plane, it's a plane.
She'd be outside.
She moved her camera, that thing did not make a
It
90-degree
did too,
turn.
bro. Look at it turning right now. You can't turn your camera and it do that.
Yes, you can.
No,
You
you
can actually
can't.
go like this. It'll
No.
make it, yeah.
You can't make things turn with your camera.
Welcome back to Toot and Blue. I am your host, John Flounder Caruso, here with my co-host, Steve DeStefano, and in the background, DJ Lou, always making the magic happen. We are recording from the Energy Defenders studio. Call Energy Defenders for any of your solar and roofing needs. Steve, I'm stoked because we are in our new studio. We are not in the basement anymore. We are in a sound, good environment. I love your kids, but they're not running all over and murdering each other. Your wife chasing them around. The cat and the dog playing. So this is nice. This is a nice
awesome
setup. And stay tuned because there is more to come. This is just actually the temporary setup. We have another level we're going. So yeah, stay tuned and thank you, Energy Defenders.
Yeah.
Steve, how was the week?
Well, it's a little cold today.
Very cold.
Let me tell you, it's funny you say that, like you're excited for this is the most excited I've been for an episode
100%.
since we started.
100%.
I was thinking it was 5:30 in the morning. I'm driving to work. I had work on, I was in Egg Harbor Township today, up by like Ocean Heights Avenue, like in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving, dude, and all I'm thinking about is this podcast, dude. And I'm like pulling over, I'm writing notes, and I'm fucking driving again. I'm fucking totally zoned out. Totally zoned out, dude. I pull over, I write a note, I look up, dude, I'm in fucking Dennisville. I drove all the way down Route 50, like I was
Jesus.
going to Route 9.
Oh,
Well, that's what
like
happens
you were
when
going
you're
to the job.
Yeah, when you're on a job site
For so long.
9 months.
Right. Your body just went into that
Dude,
mode.
Yeah.
And went.
I was on autopilot.
I've done that.
I fucked up.
I've done that so many times, right? Where I leave my house and I'm going to go somewhere, but I go the same direction I go to work. And next thing you know, I'm driving to the work yard. I'm like, what? It's Saturday. What am I doing? I wanted to go to Wawa. Like,
I made it to I was
Dennisville's
I was
pretty
at
deep.
Tuckahoe Road.
You were completely zoned out.
Zoned out,
Oh, yeah.
dude. Zoned out. And I was like, holy fuck, dude.
Oh, yeah. You were.
Then I had to hightail my ass to fucking Egg Harbor Township.
Yeah.
And there's no fast way from there.
No.
None.
No.
There's no cut through. It's like there's no
And then you get behind,
hypotenuse. Yeah.
and then if it's a particular time of day, you get behind the school bus, and it's like,
Oh, yeah, no, it was way earlier than that, though,
so
yeah.
torture.
Yeah, it's better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
But,
very cold. My Under Armour has been broken out, so I'm wearing the Under Armours. I bought some coveralls. I got reflectors on them, so I'm keeping warm. The hat, the gloves.
Yep.
You got to be warm, and it's hard to keep warm out there when the wind is just whipping.
it didn't
right
start
through
out
you.
that bad.
No, it didn't.
It started out warm. And I was like, yeah, I thought
and
today
then all
was
of a
gonna
sudden
be-
I
yeah.
had snow where we were.
We got rain,
Yeah, we got
yeah.
rain, snow, and then it cleared up, and then the wind was just howling.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah, you should have seen them Windmasters, boy. Woo!
Oh.
Just those signs were to the ground.
Oh,
bro.
and then the plastic ones, the ones that just pop open on road. They
the
were like
barricades?
Oh, they were no. I'm talking about like we use for utility companies,
yeah.
the little pop up ones.
No.
They were just blowing
They're
everywhere.
fucking kites.
Oh yeah,
It's a kite.
They're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, my barricades were walked across the street, down the road. Like I was dropping them at the end of the day. They were nowhere close to where I'd put them up at.
You notice what I noticed? Like these advanced and stuff like that. I've never seen one sandbag.
They're not crash tested.
What do you mean?
They're not crash tested. So if someone were to hit like a Windmaster and there was a sandbag on it and the sandbag caused damage, it's the contractor's responsibility or the
Holy
TCC.
shit.
And that would even go back to the TCC. Why'd you put the sandbag on this? Because it's not crashed. It's not rated for that.
Well, I put it on there to hold the sign down.
Yeah, but you do see, you know where it is crash tested for is barricades. And no one uses sandbags for barricades. They use the fucking tires for the
Yeah, we do.
That's such a pain. Well, the sandbags suck.
Well, the sandbags do suck, and they break. And if you don't,
And they freeze.
And if you don't you have to put rock salt.
Yeah.
If you don't mix the sand,
Calcium,
people don't
yeah.
notice. If you don't put rock salt in with it, in fact, the barrels that we used to use on 295, we'd have a truck come in from the concrete company with just sand, and then we would throw a bunch of rock salt. He'd mix it, and they'd fill the barrels up with. And each barrel it starts with like 100 pounds, 200 pounds, 3, 4, 5. I think it is, and as it goes,
I think it was up to like 1,200.
Yeah,
I mean,
something
1,400.
Like that. Yeah, they go. Yeah, as they go more,
and
it's
that's
more
supposed
weight.
to be like a crash cushion.
Yes.
So if you don't put that calcium in,
right,
it turns into a boulder.
Block.
Yeah, you're just running your car into
the salt's
a
in there
brick
to
wall.
keep it from freezing, become just a big brick. Yeah. So what do you got today, Steve?
All right. So
I don't know what that glip was in my life. What do you got, Steve? What do you got today, Steve?
Did you ever do the Elf on the Shelf, dude?
No, thank God I didn't have to. I think my son was before the Elf on the Shelf came out. My son was older for that. I if I had to do the Elf on the Shelf every single day, it would probably be hanging from the ceiling fan and murdered.
We do that too.
But he keeps coming back, right? So it doesn't matter what you do to him.
Well, dude, all right. So, like, when you're approaching Elf on the Shelf time, right? It's exciting. You're like, I got a good idea for this. I'm gonna do that.
So when does Elf on the Shelf start?
The day after Thanksgiving. He comes the day after Thanksgiving.
It's not even December 1st. The day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Black Friday.
And he's gone. Christmas morning, he's gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
And you have to name your elf, correct?
The kids do. Yeah.
And what's the name of your elf?
Little dude is the boy, and we got Giada. We're introducing a girl elf this year.
Okay.
They came out together day after Thanksgiving, arm around her. And she got to name her. She named her Sophie at first, and she changed her name to Peppermint.
Okay.
It was a cool name.
Yeah.
I like the name Pepper.
Next coming to the stage, we have Peppermint.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So then you're doing the Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah.
You're all
But here's the
excited.
thing, right? So like you think of these great ideas, right? And you're like, oh, I'm gonna do that, or you see all these ideas on Facebook. Or, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna blah, blah, blah. And then the time comes, right? You get home from work. You do whatever you got to do. You eat, you clean. The kids are crying. You put them to bed. This one's sick. This one's pissed. This one's sleeping. Whatever. And then you like sit down, and it's like 9 o'clock, and then at 10 o'clock you go, fuck the elf.
Elf, right?
You're like, oh, and then you just end up like hiding it somewhere. You don't do anything fun.
Now, when
you got to get it from where it was too. So you got to like be in stealth mode.
Oh, right.
Because like if you hide it in their room, you got to like.
Right. So when you put it somewhere, it stays there that day in that spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But there's an Elf on the Shelf movie, and my kids are like super into Elf on the Shelf. But my son is 5 now, so he's like getting curious. Like, well, like how come the one at school does this and the one at home doesn't do this? Or like, what do you say? Oh, could we put a camera on him? I want to see him move.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I actually tried a cap cut. Like I tried to AI it.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it. I'm not capable. But yeah, he's like getting real interested in it. And there's an Elf on the Shelf movie, and in the movie, the older brother like touches the elf. He falls from his spot. Everyone's crying.
Oh no!
The elf fucking flies back to the North Pole, loses his power for 24 hours. Right. So day 2, of course, my son and daughter touch the fucking elf.
And you're not allowed to, right?
Not allowed to.
Oh, Jesus.
So we come out to where the elf is. It's down. And my son at this point is just like losing his mind. He like feels terrible, right? Why did I do that? He's in his bed. He's screaming. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Right. I touched the elf. And Giada, the little like 3-year-old, she's cracking up. They just can't stop laughing. Yeah. I'm like, all right. They're totally different.
Oh
dude.
my God, it's great.
So I'm like trying to talk him out of this like insanity he's in, right? But now like the elf lost his power, right? So now like what are we gonna do? And me and Michelle are like, oh, these fucking kids, like no, we're not moving them tonight. We're not moving them tomorrow. We'll let them go like the next day.
Okay.
So they think they lost their power. They can't touch them. But he's so upset. Now Michelle has to go in there. She's Googling how to get the elves their fucking power back. Right? And there is, lo and behold.
Hold on. Michelle, I love you.
Yeah.
But it's fake.
Yeah, but he don't know that, and
So
he also
there-
knows you can
there's
look
like-
in your phone for anything.
You could go on the phone literally
say-
and look for guidelines on this thing.
You can look for, dude. Steven will be like, "Can you find me a picture of Spider-Man, but he like has the body of a bear?" And I'm like, dude, that does not exist. And sure enough, dude, you go on your phone and there's a fucking picture of Spider-Man as a bear. Like it's just stupid. Like anything you can think of.
Jesus, all right.
So he knows whatever you put in your phone, like you get
gonna
an
tell you.
answer.
Right.
So, there's someone out there who thought of it. They put it on the internet and you could get it. Right.
Okay.
So he's like, so she's now Googling in front of him because he has wherewithal now. So she finds this concoction. We're fucking, powdering cinnamon. Like we're spreading cinnamon throughout the house. We have the fucking, get a hair out of the cat's tail. Whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking
Incense.
yeah. We're smoking.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we got a fucking face paint
Power
on.
of Christ compels you. Jesus.
Yeah. So now the elf has his power back. We leave. We go to the Christmas tree farm. We get a Christmas tree. We come back. Elf is climbed up the fucking thing, so they can't touch him. Whatever. Yeah, but it's fucking wild, dude. Elf
That
on a
is
shelf.
wild.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I
We're in day like 5 of it.
as dumb as I think it is, I also love the kids. It's exciting for the kids. It's another thing, and it does. It keeps them a little in line. They got to behave. Blah, blah, blah. But it is a good, exciting another aspect of Christmas. It really is, and I enjoy that the kids. I do enjoy that the kids get a kick out of it. I would hate to do it myself. I thank God I didn't have to. But I give credit to all the parents out there that are doing it and put that work in, and the creativity. I've seen some creative stuff, and obviously you see all the joke ones that come out. They're always coming across your news feed. Like
a rolled up dollar bill and fucking salt line.
Yeah, they're snorting. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're great. Yeah, they are great. I just actually noticed you're wearing a Santa Claus hat.
Yeah,
that's
it's
great.
time, dude. I'm ready.
You're
I'm
ready.
ready.
You're festive.
This is
My
how festive
Christmas
I am.
shopping's been done. Been done.
Really?
Yes.
Mine's not. And look, for anyone out there
Oh,
who's anything like me,
okay.
if you're not done your Christmas shopping, and we all know I'm not done my Christmas shopping, got you guys covered. For the little guy or girl in your life, get them a book.
Absolutely.
It's always a great gift.
Read a bedtime story to
I know I
them.
curse a lot right now, but I am a dad. These books, I like my kids inspire both of these books. Like, they're both. I mean, we read them both to my kids. They love them. I read them to their classes. All the kids love them.
You're the author.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
the writer, the author. Yeah.
yeah. It's cool.
Yeah. So these are great books, man. I mean, I think they bring back the old. Tell me a bedtime story. You know what I mean? Tell your kids crisscross applesauce, you little shits. And everybody you don't know at my age, you should know what crisscross applesauce means. It means Indian style. And read them a story. Kids get into it, man, and it's just great. It's a great way. It's a great stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
so
it's perfect.
yeah,
And this is inspired by my actual neighbor. It's called Santa My Neighbor. It's a Christmas time book. I came out with it 2 years ago.
and the guy looks like that.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
But I thought of dude, if I was like a kid and I lived next to a guy that looked like this, like I would think he was Santa Claus.
Absolutely.
You know? But the guy's outside. He's smoking joints.
But that's selling bootleg sneakers.
That was going to be the
jerseys.
direction of the story at first. Was like a bad Santa Claus guy, like this kid who thought his neighbor, who was like this, like just pot smoking, like just old guy that looked like Santa Claus.
Sure.
But
and by the way, Steve, your neighbor, he is a good guy. I met the
he's
guy
a great
before.
guy. He's
He
the
is
best.
a great guy.
He's the
In
best
fact,
guy,
the
yeah.
young kid, the kid, is that his son or grandson that came? That
I don't know.
he come walking
no,
over.
he's just his boy.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
his boy,
the
yeah.
young kid come walking. You guys got you guys do a podcast? I saw
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I thought that was
That's cool.
great that a young kid could walk out. I'm like, oh, I hope you were not listening closely.
Dude, I was at wrestling practice and this kid's like, "You're on YouTube." I'm like, "How do you know that?"
Nice.
He's like, "You're famous." I'm like, "I am not famous,
No,
dude."
yeah. I mean,
And you shouldn't be watching.
I am. He might not be, but I am well known. I mean, if you don't know, I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah, you are. Speaking of which, dumb thing of the week.
Dumb things of the week. My dumb thing of the week is the DOT. So the DOT is setting a steel arm as a traffic signal. Lou's going to put it up right here. And you'll see they have attached to the bucket a long cable, single long cable, and they're using the bucket as a crane. So they're booming it up. Well, if you look at the picture, the bucket's almost into the primary wires, which is like crazy. dangerous because I know the buckets are made of fiberglass, but the rest of the boom is not. So being that close to the primaries, you're not using the safety that you would, same safety like you have to use the same aspect as using a crane. That's exactly what it was. It's just it was a makeshift crane, and they were way too close to the primaries. I mean, it's so dangerous. But again, this goes back to what we talked about last episode about how some of these utility companies, and this is a state, get away with this stuff. Like we would get thrown
They watch us like a hawk. They watch us like a hawk. You know what it is?
Right.
They know everything that we got to do. You know what I mean? The electric company, like I feel like the electric companies are like a specific group. Like not every inspector can inspect an electric job. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, and by the way, like. Shouldn't it be like shorter, like the cable, like the shorter? Don't they usually want it like?
All they would have had to done,
Yeah.
right? All they would have had done was shorten the cable, and it would have been nowhere near the primary.
Yeah.
So again, it was just dumb. And speaking of electric, don't forget energy defenders.
Nice plug.
Yes,
There
call
we go.
energy defenders for all your solar and roofing needs.
Hell yeah.
So that was my dumb thing for the week. What do you got?
Bro, you're gonna love this, dude. I'm on Facebook, right? And I see, you know what?
Facebook is just absolutely just everything's entertaining on social media anymore.
All right, dude. Look at this. So, okay, have you ever been to like any of the classes at the hall?
Yes.
You ever see like those? They're like promoting job site safety to the public.
Yeah.
Or like they're just promoting job site safety, and it's a commercial. Like you ever seen the one like they're in the office and then some car comes driving into the office 80 miles an hour?
Yes.
All right. Feast your eyes on this. We need volume.
Working overtime because I want to take my family on a nice vacation. Soon they get a call telling them I was killed in an accident. But hey, I'm wearing a busted harness here. And the company should have checked those tanks.
What the Oh my God.
That's insane. Bro, is that not the best thing you ever saw? It's not like it's not that dumb,
amazing.
but look at it. Look at this guy. Look at this. You see him falling?
Kaboom.
Look at him falling onto the car.
Bang.
Bro, I was dying when I see it.
Jesus. There really are no accidents.
Yeah.
Prevented. Wow.
I thought that was pretty dumb.
I like the ones they show like for ocean stuff. It's like the rubber hand that gets crushed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like or the guy's laying there and they got like red paint next to him.
Yeah.
This could have been prevented.
Yeah, I like that. Dude, them videos are something else, dude. You got those guys just like, hi.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Is your
Hi.
job site clean and tidy?
Hi, my name's Bob Douchebag.
They got the glasses on, the
oh my
fucking
God,
the
they're-
leather gloves.
Yeah,
Hold on.
it's a flannel button all the way up to their neck and khakis tucked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you wearing proper
He's
PPE?
guaranteed the guy is wearing tighty whities too. He's a guaranteed tighty whitey guy.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
Lou.
thought that was
I know you're one too. I apologize about that.
I got another dumb one too. Look at
Oh,
this.
let's hear it.
Watch this dumb one.
Let's say it.
I think you saw this. Look at this. Melon, dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Millen-
Lock the gate.
Forgot to lock the gate, dude.
Jesus Christ. Well, we saw that on the many episodes ago when
Yeah.
the guy was underneath
Yeah.
the silo.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Gotta lock the gate.
Yeah, unlock the gate.
What are you fucking doing?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Dumb. That's why it's called Dumb Things of the Week.
Yeah.
How about a little flounder fact?
Flounder fact.
Yeah, a little flounder fact. No, I don't know. Yeah?
Yeah.
Flounder fact.
Flounder fact.
Did you know younger generations are less interested in construction industry? A census was done on the number of workers aged 24 and below. It decreased by 30% from the year 2005 to 2016, and it was because they're saying that it's because the general comeback the information was. This generation was believed that construction didn't make money. They didn't make a good living. It's
this generation
that between 2005 and 2016.
Oh.
Yeah, not our generation, but that generation. It's being pounded again. It's still being pounded in their head. College is better. It's better for if you go to college. You'll make more money if you go to college. I got news for you. If I'm working all year round at the rate I'm working, I'm hourly. I'm not far behind my wife, who's a nurse practitioner. So we make good money. We do. I mean, and that's not to brag. We work for it. We work hard. But these kids that are out there, stop. That's the point I want to make. Stop in school. Like, tell your kids, work with your hands. Take a trade. All these trades out there make excellent money, union or not. They all make excellent money. It's an excellent way of living. It's so gratifying building something, being a part of something. I mean, stop telling your kids to, go get your, go to college, and then they go to the fail-safes, which is like communications or a business degree, and then they get out in 4 years and have no idea what to do with it, or even the degree they have. But let's say they go and get a degree in something and they're struggling to get started or find that job. And another thing is, I feel like with kids is they want it. Today's generations wants everything right now. They want the supervisor job. They want the big boy job and all that kind of good stuff, and they don't want to earn their stripes. You know what I mean? They don't want to take their licks to get where they gotta go. Which we all know. You start off as a flagger. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You start off with a sucky job, and then you work your way up, and eventually you become a foreman or whatever. Some people don't become foremen, and that's okay.
Some people don't want to.
No, and that's
some people
great.
want 1,000 hours and they're done.
Right. Exactly. And that's okay.
Right.
That is okay. But that's, I think, a problem with this
But
generation.
you can do that too, which is awesome.
They want that instant, because everything is so instant anymore. I want to say Instagram, but social media, like everything's right there. You boom, boom, boom. Like you were talking about Googling something, boom, it's right there. Everything's so instant. God, I think we got to get away from that. Get back to these old, good values and
I'll tell you what. To that point, for any kid who thinks that they're not making money, right? So think of it like this: if you get a job in construction, right? Say you get into the union right out of high school, right? You're making what? Call it $60,000 a year to start. Whatever, $70,000 a year, $80,000 a year. It's something. It's up there, right? If you go to college, you're making zero.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're also taking out $40,000 in debt for 4 years. That's $160,000.
Yeah.
Put interest on top of that. You're talking $250,000. You're talking $250,000 in 4 years, right?
Yep.
Now, the kid who got into construction the same time you got into college made 60 to 80,000, 60 to 80,000, 100,000, 100,000. So that kid made, I don't know, $300,000
right.
in the amount of time that it took you to lose $250,000.
Yep.
So now, even if you get a job, which you will not right out of college, making more money than him, you're going to get a job right out of college making much less money, half as much money as him. So he's going to continue to make more money, and you're going to be behind, and paying your loans. It would take you a lifetime, mathematically, to catch up to that kid just from them 4 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's insane. The kids who want instant gratification, go get a job in construction. You'll get it. You'll make money right off the top.
You'll make money right away.
Yeah.
Go out there and prove yourself.
Yeah.
But no one's going to hand it to you.
Yeah. No.
And
It's not for everyone.
And I can't stress enough, no matter what job you start, be a sponge at first. Take it all in. And then when it's your time, you could go boom, then you explode and you have all this knowledge and all this information. I just think it's just aggravating that, when I saw this, I was like, man, that's very interesting but disturbing.
Well, the unions have gone down from 2005 to now, like nationwide. Not in our area, we're in the Northeast, we're pretty strong.
Yeah.
But just overall, like the whole country, I'm sure if you polled just New Jersey or New York or Pennsylvania, Delaware, like if you polled just that area, you won't have much of a dip off in like construction. But the nation as a whole, I could see that being the case. And yeah, like I said, like the as the union kind of goes down, I guess the interest in working in a field, it kind of goes down with it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things out there you can do.
It's going to go back up, though. It's going to, because these tech jobs are going to be obsolete very soon. AI is going to. I mean, AI will eventually take a lot of our jobs.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not going to take all of them.
No.
You're always going to need people in construction.
Sure.
And you're always going to need construction. Like when I got out of college, there were no jobs. I mean, none. I got out of school. I was trying to get a job as a cop. I mean, dude, they would, I mean, they had a line wrapped around a municipal building hiring like 2 positions.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there were no jobs.
Yeah.
And the easiest thing to do was just fall into construction. So like, if you graduated college from like 2010 to 2015, you probably are very likely to have gotten into construction because it was there. It was available. You could get the job.
I got my CDL license when I was 19, and then you know I started out originally as a non-union truck driver. I was driving a dump truck, and that's really how I got interested in construction. I loved it. When I went into the Marines, I got out and I used my GI Bill for plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. I was at the ACIT. So, and it had a mixture of students and adults in the same class. I got my certifications. I just didn't see me, a big guy in a crawl space or an attic, troubleshooting a heating air conditioning unit. I just didn't see doing it. So I eventually went back to construction because of my CDL. I got myself back into construction, and then finally got in with a company, got my union, my labor book, and the rest, as we say, is history. I'm 15 years in. I do pretty good. You know, obviously I have my benefits. I have annuity. I have a pension. You know, I can actually get out of construction with a pension at 55. So, you know, and I'm not going to, it's not a pension that I'm going to retire and just sit home with. I'll go work part-time somewhere or go drive a forklift or something. But, you know, again, don't believe if these kids are listening. If you're younger, I encourage get into construction. And as a veteran, I also say get in the military. If you're really unsure, join the military for 4 years. You get paid from the time you sign the papers, boot camp and all. And you'll get educated in everything. You'll get an education. You can find a job you like. And then you come out and you have that and you're not in debt. And you had that, and you had that on your resume. You don't have to go in the military for the rest of your life, and maybe you do, and that's a good way to live.
Yeah, they pay for all your schooling. It's like unbelievable.
Yeah, they play. Lou's over there cracking them. We heard that, Lou. We heard that.
Lou. God's water.
Yeah, he's a teacher. You earned it.
Are you off tomorrow? Oh, the kids are off tomorrow. My kids are off tomorrow.
Wow.
My kids are off.
Good for you.
OFF. I had a
but I can understand why you might have a few after work.
I had my science teacher in middle school filled his coffee mug with vodka just every day. You had him, didn't you? Stokes?
Really?
Oh yeah, big time drunk, dude.
He had the nose. Now that I think about it,
dude, his fucking face was.
Who was it?
Mr. Stokes, Bill Stokes.
I don't remember him.
Dude, he was in Folsom. You went to Hamilton.
Oh right, yeah.
His face was as red as Santa's, as red as my hat.
Oh,
dude.
his blood pressure's through the roof.
Oh yeah, dude. Just total fucking drunk, dude.
You remember teachers when we were in school? There was like maybe 1 or 2 that were like really pretty. Now they're like all pretty, especially you, Lou. If I had I remember my elementary school, and this is no offense to my elementary school teachers, they were all fantastic and great women, but they were older. They were definitely in like their 60s, I guess, 50s and 60s. Now they're like, I would have failed. I'd have never made it through elementary school.
You're like, I mean, how many years older than me? 6, something like that.
And
we had like in high school, we had all the same teachers.
Yeah.
So them teachers were there like 30, 35, 40 years.
I had the same a kindergarten teacher as my brother and my sister were 10 and 12 years apart, Miss Mackey. It was unbelievable.
Bro, there were teachers there that taught my parents, I think, or my uncles. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, them teachers stayed forever.
Yeah, they were statues.
You know?
It was and
then they all retired at the same time, and they hired
it was like Congress
all
in
girls
Washington.
right out. Yeah, they hired all these people out of college.
Yeah,
and that's hence your theory.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, the pretty Lou theory.
The pretty. he looks so gorgeous back there in the background.
He's blushing.
What do we got next there, Steve? What's on the list?
All right, dude. So you've been Christmas shop. You're done.
I'm done,
Dude, I can't.
I'm here and there. I'm still picking like maybe a stocking stuffer, but my main stuff is done. The boys taken care of. The wife's done. The goddaughter, the nephews, the few kids we bought for, a couple kids we sponsored. We're good. We're all done. I just got to wrap, and actually I will start wrapping this weekend.
I'm not even. I think the kids, like my kids, are done, and that's. I don't even think we bought anything for the baby. We're just like, it's like totally forgot about her.
You buy,
like,
you buy a nice little outfit.
She's
you
a
take
binky.
The first Christmas is basically pictures.
I
You know what I mean?
I
Like
know.
baby's first
But
Christmas.
still,
Yeah.
You know, the other kids are like,
Ma-
I'm Santa didn't bring her
All
anything.
matching
You know.
pajamas. You gotta have
Yeah.
do you do the Christmas morning pajamas?
No.
My mother every year buys us pajamas, all matching pajamas, and we
Yeah,
wear them.
we're getting ugly sweaters. Me and Steven are getting.
Oh, nice!
ugly
I got
sweaters
one. I got what's an ugly like sweatshirt?
Yeah.
and it's got Paulie walnuts on there. Oh yeah,
Nice.
Watch it, Santa. It's great. Yeah.
Anyway, the Amazon box is just piling up, dude. I don't even know what to do with these fucking things.
How do you think they deliver them Amazon boxes?
Just like
By truck?
By truck.
By drone?
By truck. Okay, I see where you're going.
Yeah, you know where I'm going with this because I'm fired up now.
Let me hit this point real quick, right? So Amazon, right, prides himself like this fucking green company, right?
Yeah.
How do you make cardboard? Do you gotta cut a tree down?
It's like pressed material, I believe, like
pressed
fibers.
tree material?
No, fibers like paper, recycled paper. I want to say
Paper,
something like that.
trees.
Yeah, well,
Anyway.
I don't. Okay, whatever.
And how many people fucking throw these boxes in the fucking trash?
I got a burn barrel.
They got, I mean, how many boxes? Like, how many bags? How many fucking them white Amazon bags go
Mm-hmm.
in the trash? How many gas fumes are going into the atmosphere?
Oh, I know.
Delivering this shit. How many millions of square house feet do they have they had to cut? How many fucking trees down
Right.
for these fucking things? You know what they do? They like these towns incentivize Amazon to go there, like for the economic boost
Sure,
and stuff
sure,
like
yeah,
that.
job, yeah.
And they say, hey, look, for the first 8 years, tax free, right? So Amazon's like, all right, cool, we'll put up a building there. They put up 1 million square foot fucking building. They go there for 8 years. They got to start paying taxes. We're out, and they leave.
Wow.
And then got a big 1 million square foot empty fucking building. Meanwhile, for 8 years, all them fucking big, trucks and all them fucking. I mean,
Planes?
they tear the roads
I mean,
up.
trucks,
There's
planes,
fucking
yeah.
I mean, I don't know how they can call themselves this like green energy, great fucking awesome company. They're just
It's another way
they're
of saying
pricks,
look.
dude.
Yeah, it's another saying look at me.
fuck Amazon, dude.
Well, I don't want to say completely fucking because I do have stock in them. So
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I use them. They're too easy not to use.
it's the convenience.
Yeah, it's
it really
crazy.
is. And I got to be honest with you. I do miss. I've said this before, and I'll say it 100 times over. I do miss the old time local malls, Hamilton Mall, Shore Mall, and just going there and the nostalgia, all the the kiosk. It was great. It was a
it's the
great
best.
time. But unfortunately, Amazon has ruined that. That's one of the reasons why Toys R Us had went out of business is because if you don't evolve with these times,
Right.
you're going to get left behind. So one of the biggest toy stores ever, Toys R Us. I felt like when Amazon was evolving, they should have been doing the same thing. They should have been doing shipping and stuff like that to make it easier.
It should have been something different.
Yeah.
Like do something like maybe like make a better quality toy. These toys are junk, dude.
Oh, yeah.
They're terrible. I mean, I have a
Everything's
wagon.
electronic
yeah.
now. Like, do they even have? They still got GI Joe Man and He Man.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
they're
back
not as-
then it was GI Joe, He Man, the rubber WWE
Yeah.
wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had the whole ring and everything. It was
They got them
great.
now, but they're just not like they're not the same for some. Like they just don't. Maybe they are the same. I honestly have nothing to back this up with at all. I just don't. It just doesn't seem the same to me.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
All right, dude. Drones. There's been, dude. So for the past 2 weeks, mysterious drones have been flying over northern New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's video. Let's take a look.
Oh, let's take a look.
All right. This is a picture of one in Middlesex County. That's appears to be a street light.
Go on.
What the fuck? That is definitely a street light.
Go on.
Why was this even a thing?
Yeah. Go on. No, it's a
Maybe it's
drone.
not- maybe it's not-
Oh, wait. That little glow? That's probably a reflection?
No,
Okay,
listen,
go ahead.
whatever. This is this.
Oh, man. Wow. What is that?
These are drones.
No, they're not.
They're not stars.
Yeah, they're
Some
not
of them
drones
might
either.
be. Okay. And this is the video.
That's a plane.
It's not a plane.
That's a fucking plane.
That's not a plane,
If I've ever
dude.
seen a plane, it's a plane.
Should be outside.
She moved her camera. That thing did not make a
It
90-degree
did too,
turn.
bro. Look at it turning right now. You can't turn your camera and it do that.
Yes, you can.
No,
You
you
can actually
can't.
go like this.
No,
Make it, yeah.
you can't make things turn with your camera.
All right, so let's just entertain. Let's entertain that these are
There's
drones.
look,
Now,
look.
first of all, it sounded just like a plane. So,
Okay,
what kind of
all right.
drones are we talking about?
Listen. Whether the pictures are probably some of them, most of them are probably bullshit, right?
Okay.
Like people start hearing mystery drone, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
blah. It's flying over Trump's
Right,
golf course.
yeah, and they're- right,
they
and
go
all of a sudden
outside,
they're making their own
they
video
see
and they're doing TikTok.
Yeah, they see a quarter moon and they're taking pictures. It's a
Yeah.
fucking drone. It looks like the moon.
Right.
Yeah, I get you. But there is drones flying around. They don't know where they're coming from.
Okay.
They're trying to get them and they can't.
Well, first of all, I did read the article. One of them says it's like as big as a car. Okay, so that isn't your drone that you see at Walmart.
No, it's military grade.
Okay, so that's it's like a military grade drone.
Yeah.
Now, we have so if there are these military grade drones flying in packs, I just can't fathom it. Is it plausible? Yes. Is it probably true though that these are military? Our defense is so technically advanced, however you want to say it. Lou, you're the teacher. So it's so far advanced that we have satellites, first warning radars, first warning satellites. We have our own drones that could follow these things. We have planes. We have how are they not identifying these things? Now, I did see FBI and the Pentagon was all getting they're calling for the Pentagon's help or whatever. And the Pentagon said what?
They said they can't. There's no evidence to suggest that it's terroristic.
Right.
So they're not
because
they're
they
not,
know.
So they're not. But they don't know.
No, the Pentagon knows.
They
because
don't know.
if it was
Okay,
another
then they could have
country,
prevented 9/11.
If it was no, that was an inside job. But listen,
I mean,
if
they could prevent any terroristic thing from happening if that's the case.
They only really not necessary. That's why it's called a terrorist attack. That's why it's an
They could have
attack.
prevented Trump from
But
almost
if
getting
these
assassinated.
drones have been flying for 2 weeks, and the Pentagon says it's not a threat, believe me when I tell you, it's not a threat.
But I don't know if they did say it's not a threat. I just think
I
they
did
said.
read that where it said. Well, it said
No,
New Jersey
Murphy
in
said
that.
it.
Yeah.
Murphy said
but
it's
where's
not a
he
threat.
getting his information?
But Murphy's a fucking like.
Well, he is an asshole. I know
mean,
that. But
what's he gonna say? It's fucking aliens. It's fucking
he looks
China.
like Mr. Smithers or
Yeah.
Mr. Withers from
He does,
Simpsons.
he
Yeah.
does. But what's he gonna say? It's China. I mean, like they don't know where they're coming from. So what are they gonna say?
Excellent. Yeah.
Are they gonna put everyone in a state of panic? Say we have no idea where they're coming
Well,
from.
first of all, you can't. You
Right.
can't say what they because
No, but
what
what
the
he said-
people don't know don't hurt them.
But he didn't say there is no threat. He said there is no there's no evidence suggests that there is a threat.
Right.
But that doesn't mean there is no threat. It just means there's no evidence. These drones have been flying around for 2 weeks. They haven't done anything threatening yet. They're just flying.
What I'm saying is, if they were from China or Iran or whatever, they would have been destroyed before land.
Didn't a fucking balloon make it from Alaska to the fucking East Coast?
They identified the balloon, realized it was a weather balloon.
It had a
from
Chinese flag on it, though.
It was a weather balloon
Yeah.
from China. They fly these things all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It got off course. They shot it down when it got over open airspace.
But wasn't it over
They
open
couldn't
airspace over the west? Over the
Once it
Midwest?
hits international waters, they can't touch it. So you had to shoot it down before it hit the international water mark.
Okay.
So that's why they did it. They shot it down. Done. They told China they were going to do it.
But I'm saying, how long does it take a balloon to get from Alaska to fucking the East Coast?
It was a balloon, not a jet. I guarantee they
but this thing
identified
was-
this thing coming in,
Yeah.
and they did. They let it go across. They couldn't do nothing about it over the country because they don't want anything falling on people. They don't want missile fragments falling on people.
Okay. But what if the balloon was gathering intelligence?
Okay, there's nothing that says we shot it down.
Okay, but what if it was like Bluetooth intelligence? I mean, like you think we don't have to retrieve the information we
But it
gather
was
from our drones that get shot
It was
down?
identified. It was identified as a weather balloon.
I know, but what I'm saying is
gathering that information.
It could have been gathering more sensitive information.
And I think if it
That whole time it was-
I think if it was, they probably would have shot it down sooner.
Okay, but okay, I just okay, fine. I don't see how you could be like so like adamant that there's no threat. I mean, it's weird. Don't you think it's weird?
I think it's weird, but I take it with I have to take it with these days I take everything with a grain of salt. I really do. Because because everything these days is exaggerated to the umpteenth degree.
I agree.
So I say I was in the military. I trust what we have, and I trust that if it was another country's threat, it had been taken care of immediately. I mean, literally, we can see things coming from miles away, nuclear missiles, all this stuff. That's why it's there. The 177th right there. I'm sure they probably have a drone unit attached to the 177th or at Fort Dix. For whatever reason, it's not a threat because they know it's not. They had that the upper sources, like top secret level people, have identified these things and said it's not what we think it is.
All right.
Let them go.
I would feel totally comfortable with that explanation had I just read what you read. If that was my only source of information, I would agree with you 100%. I'd be like,
I get it,
you're right.
and we're not going to say sources. I get it. I understand.
But I talked to a guy who's who's involved. He's actively involved in this mystery drone thing. I mean, look, I'm not a reporter, right? I'm not like a journalist, but I'm just telling you, no one has to believe me. I don't really care. But
I get it.
Yeah, I talked to this guy. He's active military. Mm-hmm. He's directly involved in this thing, and these guys are asking for help from the military,
right?
And it's getting denied. And I mean, I believe that he has enough like intelligence with who he's working with that they're not comfortable with it. Like they're not comfortable with the situation.
So listen, I'm not saying that there isn't.
And he's military.
I'm not saying there's no scenario where, let's say it is another country, and they're trying to sweep it under the carpet. You could throw a conspiracy theory out there that, and it is a possibility that the administration that's going out, that's tight with these other countries, are allowing this to happen to start a possible war for when the next administration enters.
Why would they do that?
Because that's what the government does.
To say for beating me?
Yeah, for fuck you. Yeah. Because they don't want him to do anything good. And that's
they
both
want him
sides.
To just be so bottled up with one situation.
They want him to start off so they can say, see?
Yeah.
He just
Look
got in the
how bad
office
the
and there's a
economy is
war.
now, yeah.
And there's a fucking war. And I think that goes both ways, to be honest with you. I don't think
I'm
it just
sure it
goes one
does,
direction.
yeah.
I think it goes both on both
absolutely,
sides of the floor. So is that a possibility? Sure, I think it's a possibility. I wouldn't throw everything off the table if these things are military, like big size drones, or not the little things you see with the little helicopter blades, and they're not like a pie dish. And but if they're literally flying in packs, how do we not know what they are?
How would we know?
Somebody knows something. Like, again, if the guy that you were talking to, he clearly has a lot of information that he's fucking like, yo, we need help.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what that information is. I would love to know it.
Well, they just can't get their hands on it. They got the helicopters up there.
what
We got our own drones going after them.
A state trooper helicopter with jet engines not be able to follow a drone?
Because they don't know where their starting point is. They're just getting in the air.
So
they don't know where it's at until someone says, "Hey, there's a fucking drone there." Then they got to go investigate it. By the time they get there, it's gone. Like they can't be everywhere at the same time.
It could very well be. I mean, listen, we have satellites that can. I said this before. We have satellites that can watch you take a piss in your own bathroom, clear as day. So why can't we zone in? So that means to tell me somebody knows something and isn't saying anything, or somebody knows something.
What good is a satellite picture? I mean, like, so.
No, they can zoom in with satellites.
That's fine, but what good is that?
Well, you can follow the drone with the satellite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you could follow it to where it's landing.
Yeah.
Who's getting
radar. You can follow. I mean, there's radars out there that they can follow these things. So something's not making sense to me.
Well, that's military though.
Yes.
And maybe if we were giving New Jersey the military help that they're requesting, we would just be able to boop.
And that's what I'm saying.
Right.
How? So somewhere on one of the either side, something's not adding up. It's either this side has information and it's legit, or this side has information and they're like maybe embellishing it a little bit, or that side has good information, and this other side they're telling it to already knows what it is and is either sweeping it under the carpet, or they know what it is and knows that it's not anything to worry about.
That's just Hunter Biden.
Yeah, it's Hunter. That's
there's no Christmas
listen,
present.
I got. If you want to bring that up too, I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk about that. But listen, he pardoned his kid. Yes, he did fucking lie straight out. So to his administration. Yeah. But I will tell you this: as a father, I would have done the same for my son.
I think Trump already came out and said he was going to like he's not going to like prosecute him.
Yeah,
I mean, he didn't prosecute Hillary.
But if I was the president and my son, I would obviously have a long, hard talk with my son and say, "Listen, I'll get you out, but you better straighten your shit up."
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. So I mean, and I'm saying as I said, I'm looking as a father to a son.
Yeah.
I got very blinders on. I'm not looking at all the crooked stuff. I know that's what people want to jump out there and say, "Oh, he did this." I'm not looking. I'm looking at it as a father to my son.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not abandoning my son. So, that's what I feel about that. So, what else you got?
So I got the spare tire or the fucking flat tire icon that pops up. It gets cold and the tires get a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And you get the fucking like the flat tire
where
icon.
You were going like on my phone, the icon.
No.
Oh yeah, on the car.
In your car, yeah,
yes.
in the dash, yeah. Well, the fucking truck that I have, the 4Runner, is it gauges the tire pressure of the spare, and the spare is at like 27 psi or whatever, which makes the fucking alert go off. So now I got this fucking icon for the spare tire.
So go put air in your spare tire.
But then I gotta take it out of the trunk. Wait, what the fuck? What?
You own a Pathfinder. It's literally a thing you lift up.
It's a 4Runner.
Whatever. It's a 4Runner. You lift up the back
no,
thing.
But you gotta unscrew the thing.
No, you don't. You got an air hose. Get the air hose, pop the thing, stick it on the thing, fill it up, take it off. You don't have to take the tire out.
I don't want to do it. It's stupid. Why the fuck would they take the pressure of the fucking spare tire?
Oh my God.
Why is there a gauge hooked up to the spare tire?
That I don't know, but I think that's actually pretty neat.
Yeah, but how's it get from the tire to the truck?
I don't know. Bluetooth, the cloud. Nobody knows about the cloud. I don't know. I don't know. It's called technology.
A computer in the fucking tire?
Yeah, it's technology.
No wonder.
I guess.
$300 a piece.
Fucking know. You're asking me. I don't know. How's it get there? I put asphalt on the ground. I don't know about a computer chip.
When they're attached to the fucking truck, I get it. Like, I don't get it, it makes more sense to me.
Right.
When it's just sitting in the fucking, like it's underneath the fucking, wherever the fuck it's at.
I think that's great technology.
Yeah, do I got to take like a wire off it say I go with a flat tire?
If you're going to open the thing to take the wire off, why not just put
No, but I'm saying, but okay, like, is there a wire? There wouldn't be, there's no wires, but how would it, but if it's not connected to the truck itself, you're telling me there's a mini computer in a fucking tire?
Clearly.
Or maybe it's a rim. Yeah, but fuck.
Clearly, there's something.
Okay, it doesn't need to charge. This fucking computer just has endless life?
Yeah. Maybe, or just maybe, there's a slight like little scale or something where the tire sits on and it, it's losing pressure, so it's losing weight.
If you lose air, do you lose weight?
Yeah.
I don't think you do.
You don't?
No.
Pounds per square inch? What does pounds mean?
That's the pressure. But how much weight does air weigh?
I don't know. Lou, that's a Lou question there.
Yeah, you gotta look this up. If you lose
air in a tire, does it lose weight?
Okay, does an empty paper bag weigh as much as a paper bag full of air? There's no way oxygen weighs anything. There's no way. Your scale would never turn off.
Yeah, when a tire loses air, it technically loses a very small amount of weight.
But
the difference is negligible.
However, if it loses a little bit, it
has a little tiny scale.
It probably notices. I don't know. Well, how do you think it does it on the tires on the truck? It's got to have something to do with the shocks, right? The pressure.
I don't know. Can you look it up?
Why am I fucking doing it? I don't understand. Look up, how does a car recognize the spare? He's doing it.
Yeah,
you got me all fucking.
Tire pressure monitoring system, which typically consists of sensors located inside each tire that directly measure the air pressure and send that information to the car's computer.
How does it send the information to the car? How does a tire sensor?
It call. It calls on the phone.
How does a tire sensor send information to the car?
It says call me from a payphone.
Sensors don't need like a power source. It's not getting like solar energy. Energy Defenders. It's not.
Speaking of which,
it don't have a solar fucking panel.
don't
from
forget to call
Energy
Energy
Defenders.
Defenders for all your solar and roofing needs.
They typically use wireless technology, such as RF signals.
But how? How does it stay charged?
What's an RF signal?
I don't know.
Remote control. That's what this is.
How long does that last? Well, what the fuck?
We just dropped 70 viewers,
But
including Celine Dion.
No, someone's got to be interested. Well, I don't understand. What the fuck stays on for that amount of time? It's fucking me up, dude.
This
It's
might
fucking me
be-
up.
Let me open them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Opened up a can of worms there, boy.
Unfortunately, there, podcast viewers, we've diverted back to another dumb thing of the week.
Could be. I think it's a smart thing of the week. Now I'm gonna know. Now when someone's like, "How's this thing know how much tires?"
I can't wait to bring it up at Christmas Eve at my
I'm gonna
in-laws.
I'm gonna tell people. I'm like, "God, do you know how
Oh my
this?
God, I'm gonna
do
keep
you,
this-
Do you understand how this
I'm
works?
going to keep this in my back pocket. I can't wait.
It's good. Good banter.
Jesus Christmas.
Good banter.
Was that a Zim? Oh, what is that?
Schnauzer on.
No.
They're great.
No. Is that the caffeine one?
No,
Tobacco?
tobacco.
No.
Come on.
No.
Don't be gay, dude.
I know. I vape. I totally douche.
That is gay.
That is gay.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You gotta do man shit, dude.
I try.
You're like one of the
I just don't. I'm just not. I'm just. You might as well pull my man card. It's just not there anymore. I'm just like, I've had it. Like,
Yeah. You don't believe in UFOs.
I don't believe in anything anymore.
You
I
don't
just
do
all I want to do.
tobacco.
All I want to be is left alone.
Yeah.
And just work till I can retire.
You're a cranky old fucking man who
It's
smokes a vape.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
You wouldn't throw a fucking ball back over the fence, would you?
What? If a
If
kid
kids,
hit-
if kids were playing,
Oh no, 100% I would.
oh, you're not that cranky.
Yeah, no. I love the kids.
Not like the Sandlot.
you know me,
Not like the
huge
not like the
kids fan.
Sandlot neighbor.
Forever. Wendy Peppercorn.
Well?
Well, what do we got, Lou?
I can't find it.
Oh well.
Fuck.
Listen, if you're interested in that information,
Stay tuned.
use Google and you can find out for yourself because we are freaking done with that topic. Get it out of here. I'm done.
I'm done with the episode.
You done? Well, let's thank everyone. Let's thank our listeners, our Facebook followers, all the followers out there, our listeners. Don't forget, most importantly, share, like, subscribe on YouTube, get in the comments on Facebook, interact with us. Let us know what you think. Tell me to go fuck myself. I don't care, but we thank everybody that is doing it. We also like to thank our sponsor, Energy Defenders. Don't forget to call them for all your solar and roofing needs. I am John Flounder, Stevie D, Lou in the background. We are Two in the Blue. We'll see you on the next episode. Hey, Dad, how we do?
I think you're all a bunch of fucking idiots.
There's something wrong with you.
I think there's something wrong with you.